said, is it not the patient, the medicine he has to take? Is it not the human being? Trust me, AI will not take your job. AI is a tool. Okay? Keep this in mind. AI is a tool which is going to help you to do your work effectively. But it's not going to take your jobs. The day AI is going to take all our jobs, it means they are going to eradicate all of us, like Terminator, right? But trust me, it's not going to happen now. Okay? It's not. So continue learning. Biology is very, very good. It's a very good field. I studied biology when I was in Presec. Okay? So definitely, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? All right. Yes, please. The last question, and I'm sorry. Sorry, we are yet to go in. Yes. Okay, you can use mine.
Thank you and good afternoon, sir. Just sitting and listening to you deliberating about AI, I keep thinking, the young boy just asked, and that's the same thought I have. There will be a time that AI will take over the world. And I'm still going to argue, because AI is a machine that's been built by humans. But yet still, we are building them and we are teaching them to learn, human emotion, how we think, and they will think, more intelligent than we can think. It will come to a time that it's an argument. They will be even think wiser than we can. Before we think one step ahead, they are 2 steps ahead of us. You understand? Because AI now, if you are doing research and you are hearing from people, they are now into the business world. They are in hotels. They are machine. They can't be tired. So I would rather, develop a machine rather than employ a human being, because I wouldn't feed the machine. I would not pay the machine thoroughly, and then the machine will do exactly as I program it to do. So I feel it will come to an era that people will prefer the AI to be in the their industry than to employ people. And another thing I've been thinking about, that we are developing this machine probably to like the woman said, fight against corruption. Would it not come to a time that they will even be more corrupt than we are?
Thank you very much. Wouldn't we be corrupt? I mean, won't the AI be corrupt than human beings? Like I said, when I started, I told you there are 3 types of AI. Narrow AI, generalized AI, and what? Super AI. That time will come, but not anytime soon. Don't worry. I know it may. We are transferring all our intellectual intelligence into the machines. Yes. But by the time they will be able to take over everything and be able to think ahead, okay, they are not thinking ahead of us now. They are thinking quite close to how human beings think. But by the time they will think ahead of us to destroy human beings, that will be hundreds of years. So don't worry much about it. Well, future generations. Yes, we think about you. We think about the future generation. But if we had thought only about the future generation, today you won't be having plane. You won't be having cars. You won't even know when to put a better blanket on you, so that you won't fall sick. All these are evolution. A time will come. Before it happens, we will have a solution. Trust me on that. Yes. Before it happens, we will have a solution. Wow. Many. Okay.
Last question.
Okay. Last
yes.
Question.
Hello. So I think the main concern that we have is that people who own businesses are looking at making profits. So if there's a machine that can do the job for me and I don't have to pay a human being a salary, then I'll obviously go for that person or go for the machine than the human For instance, there are AIs that are doing the jobs that secretaries will be doing, even now. They are responding to emails, they are creating email templates, and all those things. So me as a business person, why then should I go for somebody, whereas I can have a computer engineer do that for me? So I understand the plight, because it looks like AI is already taking people's business, because as a business person, I want to cut down my cost of production, keep more money for myself and grow my business and pay less salaries. So I think that's where the concerns are coming from.
Thank you. Now let me also give you a scenario. In the past, we used to ride on horses, right? Horses had jobs, yes, and everybody was using horse. It came to a point we started using bicycle, right? Then we started using motorbike. We added cars to it. Now we have flights moving from places to places. The question is, have we stopped using horses? No. Have we stopped using the bicycles? Have we stopped using the cars?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
people
function
take
changes.
cars, right? Because of where you are going.
Yeah.
If you have a bicycle, trust me, you will think of taking the bicycle than going to pay money for the car to take you to that place. It's because you are not having the bicycle. That's why you will choose the car. That's it. No matter how intelligent AI is going to be, all the other equipments and transportation, we will still use them. Just that what he said is true. Some companies, factories, are going to think about using the AI aspect in developing their product. Tesla is using AI in almost everything. But can you tell me that there are no workers working in Tesla factory? There still are. Well, right. So definitely, we will end up saying that we will use machines more, but still, we will need the human interference. Number two, that's why I'm telling you, do not use AI, build AI, so that if you are not getting jobs, what you've built
You give you a job.
will rather give you a job.
Thank
you.
you.
You very much.
All right. Dr. Samuel Achohini, fascinating conversation, interesting questions. And that was a lecture on artificial intelligence. Now we have 2 lightning talks, so very fast. And they will be done in the next, 20 minutes, so 10 minutes each. The first is Ghana Science, and she's from this Ghana Science and Tech Explorer Challenge Prize. She was here yesterday, and she's here again. She's project manager at that organization. Let's bring on Dania Toyin for the first of our lightning talks. Dania, where are you? There she is. When she starts talking, then we start timing her. Yes. You want this? Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you
Good
so
afternoon.
much. How can I follow Samuel? My gosh. Thank you very much. That was really, really exciting. Today, I'm going to look at you all and say, what does the career future look like for you young people? We've heard about AI. You're all doing robotics. What I really love is actually seeing things in motion. So working at MEST Africa, we have so many different roles within this wonderful, magical ICT environment we find ourselves in. And you guys are our future. You really, really are. I love coming to events like this and seeing the brightness in your eyes when you're talking to me about your ideas. You're talking to me about your prototypes and the steps you've taken to get there. That is your teachers, your STEM coordinators, the people around you. A lot of my people say, oh, will you be my mentor? Help me, help me. You have mentors at home. You have your peers, your siblings, anyone who's doing any of these wonderful ICT areas, robotics, Internet of Things. We've heard about your AI today. if you're doing any of those subjects and you're good at it, that is a career opportunity for you. Not just, I can do it. How can I use it for my community? What I really love about this program is you're in communities already. What solutions are you already able to see that you can help with? You've built them for yourself. You can see. Yesterday we had a wonderful panel talking about partnerships. What partnerships can you see that can leverage you at this age, 11 to 16, networking skills? What of these skills can you use to position yourself to have people want you to be part of their solution? So you're young, so what? So you haven't been listened to, so what? The stuff that happens on my phone, who shows me? It's the young people like you that tell me what some of these features are that I can't even work out. So you're already ahead of a lot of people, and the fact that you're involved in a community like this, make it count. You are the future that we want to see. I stay around young people because you keep me young, you keep me refreshed, you keep me articulate about what's going on. I heard some language today that I don't know anything about. I've jotted some of them down, and I'll most probably ask one of my people at MEST, what does this mean? And they'll tell me. And then I can tell someone else and tell someone else and tell someone else. And that's how it starts. Be the change you want to see. The career you want isn't just in ICT, it's in developing ICT, working with ICT, making it work for you, finding the solutions in your communities that directly impact you. What are your passions? What do you get excited about? That's the only way you're going to keep doing what you need to do. I heard some things around AI. I'm going to try and do some of that. Why? Because it's the future. And if I don't, I might as well go and sleep, because there's going to be nothing else. I speak to students every day, especially at tertiary level, who say, oh, I've got to do really well so that I can get a really good job. Good luck, because it's not a job you need, it's an attitude. It's an attitude for curiosity, for learning, lifelong engagement in your area of expertise. And if it's not expertise, make it expertise. Go deep, find out a little bit more. You can write something, you can set up a YouTube channel, you can set up a YouTube page. My nephew is sitting in his bedroom in Nigeria, 17 years old, making more money than his father, because he's working for a company remotely, offering the services that they can't get anywhere else. That could be one of you. I want to see more young Africans staying in Africa. You can work remotely, you can work from home, you can work in an office, you can work for yourself, you can be anywhere in the world working. But what I want to see is more of you developing, growing, learning, and the cycle continues and continues. How many of you are passionate about ICT? Let me see your hands. Fabulous. Stay passionate. And those who didn't put your hands up, find something in ICT to be passionate about. Because ICT needs you. This industry needs you. There's not enough of you to do the types of roles that are coming up. There's not enough of you solving the problems that we really need to solve here. And if you're looking for a career, this is not an opportunity that's fly by night. It is a lifelong opportunity. As I said, it's about passion, it's about growth, it's about finding solutions and solutions and solutions, because there's always problems. You've heard us all. We know what the problems are. Let's try and find the solutions for them. So, coding, robotics, AI, buzzwords. Some of you are passionate about them, some of you aren't. Learn about them. Find something that you are passionate about that involves any of these 3 areas. Just 3 areas, but those areas go deep, 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 and there's so much more there. So, you're in Ghana. We heard AI can take you anywhere in the world. Robotics can take you anywhere in the world. See yourselves as global citizens. It's not just the solutions here. You can start here and grow and grow and grow. My passion for you is that I'm here. I've come from the UK and I decided I wanted to be here on the continent, making a difference with young people and women specifically, but you young people more importantly. So we have, as I've said, a program for 11 to 16-year-olds, and believe me, some of the solutions that came out of our prize and what I've seen today and the other 2 days I've been here, Ghana looks great. But it only looks great if you continue. So as I said, the people around you are very, very important. The networks that you make here today, yesterday, the day before, very important. You can come up to me and ask me to mentor you. I'll give you a couple of shots to get my attention. But if you don't get my attention, I will send you to someone else, and it will most probably be your teacher, your headmaster, headmistress. But the people around you are your best guide to helping you, because they understand the environment you've come from, and you know where you want to go. And I hope where you want to go is to the moon and back, because that's what's waiting for you. You have the whole world out there ready for you. How does that sound? How does that sound? You have the whole world waiting for you in your corner of the world, impacting anywhere you want to. That is the hope and dream and aspiration I have for you. I have it for myself. And the only place I could do that was right here, coming to live on this continent, to be able to see, to be able to feel, hear, not just rhetoric, to actually be the change I wanted to see. So some of you say, oh, but I want to go to Europe, I want to go to the US. You can visit, but guess what? There's nowhere better than home. And solving home's problems mean you're going to get more people wanting to come to Ghana than the other way around. So many of my friends are saying, you've been there for so long. What is it about Ghana? It's just that it's Ghana. There's so much here. And the people that I have at MEST, the people that I have on the G-STEP program, and now this new family of mine that is part of Airtad, and the great, amazing people you've got here at TechAid and Airtad, please, please keep these contacts alive, because you're going to keep growing, and as you grow, you're going to need different things. Look at the young people who are volunteering. They're university students, and they're still learning. I'm much, much older than most of you here, and I keep learning. So I'm going to conclude with, your career in tech is the best magical mystery journey you're going to go on. Please enjoy it. Please take it seriously. And please face your studies while you're learning. And then, as we heard, AI can take over and you can just reap the benefits. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Really good time. Made 8 minutes out of the 10. Thank you very much. The second of our lightning talks, delivered by Vice President for Institutional Advancement at Academic City University College. Let's welcome Engineer Dr. Lucy Ajipong.
Thank you so much. You said she did 8 minutes. So I'll take her 2 minutes, add it to mine, and try and finish in 12 minutes.
Yeah, so spoken like an engineer.
Whilst they upload my presentation, I just wanted to make a comment. I'm one of those advocates for AI, but I have to be honest, AI will take jobs. You just need to adapt. You just need to be on the other side. And humans, we are more resilient than you think. Look at all the industrial revolutions we've gone through, and we're still here because we adapt. So as long as you adapt, you should be okay. But if you don't adapt, reality is reality. You may not have a job. It's not a nice thing to hear, but we have to be realistic anyway. Okay, so I got a topic to talk about the role of technology in the future of education. So if I can see the slides. Yes, please. It was on there a minute ago. Right. And I did what the doctor said we shouldn't do. I was like, if somebody's going to ask me to talk about the role of technology in engineering education, I'm just going to go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, what is the role of technology in engineering education? Because that's what my students do to me nowadays. We're able to spot it, and let's be real. So if you were to ask ChatGPT right now, if you put in ChatGPT right now and say, write a 15-minute lightning talk on the role of technology in engineering education, it will give you out some of these highlights. It will tell you that start about talking about the evolution of education, focus on how technology will give you access to information, talk about how you can personalize learning, talk about global collaboration, the opportunities that technology will give you, talk about how technology can enhance teaching methods, talk about how it can make it inclusive, people that have disabilities, how you can use technology to bridge the gap. And then it'll tell you that, mention a little bit about some of the challenges and how you can overcome them. So I thought, you know what, then I won't do that, because that's what it's going to tell me to do. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to flip it around, because if we're going to talk about the role of technology and the future of education, we first of all need to understand, what is education? What are we trying to achieve with education? What does education actually mean to us? What should we be doing before we come back to how do we use technology in this future of education? What does the future of education look like? So I will start off by talking about the role of education in our economic transformation, talking about the future of education on this continent, the role of technology then in the future of education, and hopefully wrap it up within the 12 minutes that I have. So if we move on to the next slide. Right. So when it comes to education, I think the main purpose of education for us is something that gives us the tools, skill set to be able to solve real problems. If you go through an educational system and you come out and you can't solve problems, then what was the point of having that education? So what are some of the challenges that we are facing on this continent? We're looking at high public debt and fiscal debt. We're looking at inflation, dependency on commodities, energy crisis here and there, infrastructure development, we start, we don't finish, perceived corruption and governance, a large informal sector, unemployment, underemployment, and it makes us start to think, if these are some of the challenges we're facing, what are some of the realistic solutions we need to be looking at? Next slide. Some of the key solutions to these questions is that we need to focus on some of our strengths. We need to look at what we can do within agriculture. We need to look at what we can do within education. These are some of the keys to economic transformation for our nation. If we're talking about infrastructure development, what does the future look like? We've already started talking about, if you go to VRA, they're talking about smart cities and Akosombo, renewable energy, because we can't be doing the same things we've been doing. We need to look at water and resource management, manufacturing and automation. We're still in a country that are consumers and are not making enough. The first speaker talked about the fact that we need to be developers of technology, and that is very true. We need to be developers of making things so that we can export to other nations, so that we can be solution providers. We need to look at fintech and mobile banking, e-commerce and logistics. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. This has made me start to think, or at least the institution that I'm from, thinking that we need a new generation of thinkers. We as a nation need a new generation of thinkers, people who can combine human-centered, cross-cultural design principles together with humanities so that we can co-define problems and co-create solutions. One of the things that I am a big advocate for, we are constantly talking about development engineering. Development engineering is a continuous emergent field that looks at academia, working with industry, working with the local community. So we co-define problems and co-create solutions. Now, if you look at the traditional educational system, when we talk about what is the traditional educational system looking like, or more importantly, if we look at what are some of the skill sets that we want education to mimic. Next slide. You realize that when we say education system is similar to this arrangement. One person standing here with hundreds of people looking at me, with me talking at you. If you're lucky, I may ask you for questions, but in a traditional educational system, you tend to see that it's quite old in the way it is delivered. It's quite based on traditional curriculum. It's very heavy on theory. There's minimal to no industrial engagement. There's lack of innovation. There's lack of application of creative and critical thinking. And that means we need a new kind of education. The future of education in reality needs to mimic what industry does. And it's quite interesting that we are in this fora where students from different walks of life are actually applying technology. One of the reasons, I'll come to a slide that talks about some of the things that you do, but you realize that even at an undergraduate level or at a primary, senior high school level, we have Ghanaian students going to do robotics competitions. They're excelling. They are going to different countries, participating. You come back and there's no place for them to go as an undergraduate. You realize that we had a guy ask a question earlier on, and he said, I'm an AI engineer. Ask him if his first degree was in AI. It will be no. A lot of our AI specialists in Ghana are self-taught. Would you agree? Self-taught, self-learned. And that's because a lot of our time, our educational system is not mimicking what industry is doing. Our educational system needs to mimic industry and needs to update itself with upcoming emerging trends. COVID was a wake-up call for the educational system. We live in Ghana, and I remember if you were to go to Ghana Tertiary Education Council, they will tell you that if you did an online degree, it wasn't recognized. COVID hits, all universities have to go online. And GTech is sending us information asking us, how did you migrate online so quickly so we can coordinate with other universities? Academic or educational institutions need to be able to adapt. If you look at industry, those that didn't adapt went under. That's why, again, I say AI will take jobs. If you don't adapt, you will lose your mundane and repetitive jobs. If academia, educational institutes, if we don't adapt, if we don't start building the graduates of the jobs of the future, our country has no chance. We need to be able to educate these global workforce through project-based and competency-based teaching, experimental and active learning. We need to break the barriers of prescriptive professions for teaching, and more importantly, we need to focus on, have an emphasis on applied knowledge, not titles. I know it's very rich. I have Professor Elsie Kaufman here. Everybody say, Prof, Prof, Prof. They say, oh, doctor, 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 but it's not about the titles, but rather the knowledge that you know and how we have applied it. It's only in the Ghanaian sector that someone can have a bachelor's degree and have worked 12 years in, let's say, mining industry, and they'll come to academia and will say, no, you don't have a PhD, so you can't come and teach. And that's not what education should be about. It should be on an emphasis on applied know-how. So we truly believe that the future of education, before we come to the role of technology in education, the future education needs to be one that is experimental, experiential, so you can experience. It should be about competency-based teaching, so you are building a skill, a demonstrable skill that everybody can see that this is what you can do. And Airtad, this robotics competition is a classic example because you are showing a skill that you've actually learned. It's not that you're sitting here and we're giving you a multiple choice question to randomly select things that you've memorized, but rather you are showing us an experiential bit of what you're doing. The teaching should be contextual. So as much as we do all things when we learn new technology, we should be asking ourselves, how can this translate to my immediate community? How can I use it to solve a problem in my country? How can I use it to transform our continent forward? It needs to be extensional. So it doesn't matter that, yes, I may be skilled in one area, but how can I apply my knowledge to another field? How do I become a continuous learner? And one of the things that we say is that in industry, multiple skill sets come together. So everything that we do needs to be unified, multidisciplinary. I'll rush through the couple of next slides so that I can finish quickly. We believe, or at least the institution that I'm at, we believe that the future of education lies in 3 primary areas. And I think that at this stage, I don't have to say much because everybody agrees. Artificial intelligence, we've said enough about it. We're doing robotics competition. personally, we think biomedical in there as well. And it was for this reason, to be able to give avenues for people like you, and I'm not doing this as a pitching session, right? That Academic City decided to have an undergraduate degree in artificial intelligence and an undergraduate degree in robotics engineering. We were the first university in sub-Saharan Africa to be able to actually introduce that. Biomedical is not new, and we actually do it. Thank you. But when we talk about these three fields, it's not just in its isolation. The true potential lies in how these three fields overlap and intersect, and what we can truly do when we are in that field. So if you're looking at how AI is overlapping with biomedical, you start to look at wearable devices. You start to have clothes on your back that can tell you, you know what, you need to take a sit down, your blood pressure is going up. That is the field that we are looking at. If we're looking at biomedical over robotics, we're looking at haptic systems, we are looking at rehabilitation devices. If you're looking at AI and yes, if you're looking at AI and robotics, then we start to look at some of the things you've created. Drone systems, from design, build, make, full life cycle. Where we really believe that the true research potential lies is in when these three fields meet. And that's where we've put the Black Star of Africa. That if we are able to crack it and understand what we can truly do with some of these technologies, we can move our nation forward. So now, the future of education. We think the future of education shouldn't be one that we are too focused on what new technologies can we use. As the earlier speaker said, we need to be focused on what new technologies can we develop. What are the focus areas that we need to have so that we can truly transform our nation? We know that within the classroom, yes, if I have AI, we'll be able to do a bit of AI-powered education technology. We're able to come up with adapted learning. All that is well and good. And I think it's worth mentioning on here what the new classroom of the future will look like. The new classroom of the future will have, people having dealing with technology on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes you may not even need me, because now we become facilitators, as we should rightfully be. We guide you to get to the information because most of the information is out there. Teachers will be able to get support, even students will be able to get support if you bring this technology in the classroom. But I think for us, our focus is not about what new tools and new gadgets you can use in this future of education, but then how do we position our educational system so that we are at the front end and predicting what skill set we need and training our graduates to be able to do so. I truly believe, and I wanted to keep this short, that we don't think we can solve the problems of today using the same thinking that we have when we made them. And as you can see, this is a famous quote by Albert Einstein, who for today is currently on my campus, beautifully clad in Kete clothing, obviously AI generated. Thank you so much for listening.
The engineer gave us 12 minutes, so 12 plus 8, 20. I think you used the resources very well. Thank you. All right. Missing owner found keys. So if all of a sudden you start looking around, you can't find your keys, maybe your keys are here with me. All right? So yeah, just check to see. It's a whole bunch of keys. It's about 12 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. One of them is broken, so maybe that will give you a clue. Okay. So we are now coming to the tail end of today's program. And at this point, we're going to find out who the winners of our competitions are. But before that, so it's now time for the award ceremony. And these are the categories. We're going to have most innovative product at the exhibition. We'll have a winner, first runner-up, and a second runner-up. We'll have the winners of the competition, basic school and senior high school competitions. And then we'll have center manager and GES representatives awards. Can I have Lauren and the team come up onto the stage and help us distribute these awards? Can we have some music in the background, please? Or the DJ went for lunch. Okay. Jonathan, Lauren, can we have you up on the stage, please?
Money on my mind. Care what they yarning about me in particular. Come. Out here on the road chasing my dream because I know what chasing for me. All of the man, but my love. But I'm got the edition, my love. If you want to let Jack come alone, you find anybody the money I want. They hear what the people they love. Want to get a shot, get it till love. Love and I want to get another one. I could take and do it in I love. Waiting you love, no be waiting I love. Waiting I love, I will do and with all my heart. Go no be vodka. Mr. Money Changer. But I know the waste time. Mr. Money Changer. Just carry on, give me no time. Bad boy, tell me I dey fine. And at the same time, me I dey high. Go through the most stand out, calm down, go dey fine. Like fine wine, don't decline. Sing about it, extraordinary things. Show me love, I go show you more. Upo sheshe, I'ma eat on the dash, they move for fire. Yeah. Lola the man, but my love. But I'm got the edition, my love. If you want to let Jack come alone, you find anybody the money I want. They hear what the people they love. I'm thinking I shall get it till love. It's a love and I want to get that. Try what you not do if you're not just fair. My money they tell me don't disappear. Those are come and help you cause I don't pray. One man, I don't pray. Come on man, I can't stay for one place. Because stay my day. Take my better from they are talking shit. What don't know better than me? You for forwards. I put up on my ass, test up, my ride, just good. I cry, offshore, but my dreadlock. Leave me, I don't pray, Mohammed, I don't pray. Come on, babe, I can't stand for one place. Go stay, my babe, come and teach me. Only you just feel my best. Give me vitamins, we're gonna take these pills away. Low-key, all of them don't they notice. I'm not joking, all my guys, them know me. Since 06, I've been writing this story. I know be OG, but if you ask them know me. I know they blow trees, only lonely me lonely. Music chose me, just know this and know peace. I get low-key, but I'm never lonely. Sexy ladies, come wifey me slowly. I love you, I see, I wait, me believer. I be like a boy, I be seen, get nobody, lunch. Yeah. As I dey sleep, I be counting my ceilings. Oh my God, what a feeling. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. Oh yeah, it's over. My baby say over. It's over. It's over. She dey tell me say over. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. Oh yeah, it's over. She dey tell me say over. It's over. It's over. My baby say over.
When I do that, yeah. Baba, see me, I used to buy it. Yeah, all the girls in the show money. Take off how they show me. Then I just skip them like with me. Cause I just show money.
I love it.
And then I'm in Yevida. Oba Ben, I'm in Fabida. Asem Ben, I'm in Tibida. Opra Ben, I'm in Bobida. Eje Ben, I'm in Hubida. Tika Ben, I'm in Divida. Idara se my vida. Yeah, mama, I can't get see it too. Yeah, I see it too. Kabinai. I see it too. Yeah, I see it too. Kabinai. One, I'm in Chile. Living be the only way. Nobody knows tomorrow. Timon Boamen, I know me. Coca Bremen Quine. We are seeing some mankind. Time me feeling my time. Just show mercy. Your papa and the duties plenty. You only live once. I tired before hard labor. Send for he make a vent to. Only a few do me favor. We go do everything we be meant to. Say something. You know stand here for it. You know stand here for it. Say something. So who's a match? You man I make it. I'm in Yevida. Oh, Ben,
champagne for my pain. I stay in my lane. Every day is my birthday. Wait till weekend. Champagne for my pain. I stay in my lane. Every day be my birthday. It be we did it. Oh baby, you know we outside. Yeah, we outside. You know we high. Oh baby, you know we outside. Yeah, we outside. You know we high. Body like a panda. The way she move it make a panda. Break it down, make it wiggle like a banda. I want to know what you make me in the corner. Bouncy, 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 baby. Bouncy, bouncy, ma. Bouncy, 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 baby. Bouncy, bouncy, ma. Champagne for my pain. Oh my baby, I love is for it. Give me loving, no good on you. You see your body carry something I never understand. I must confess, your body very offensive. It is scatter my defense, defense, yo. I must confess, your body not my objective. It is giving me problems, yeah. My darling, would you fly with me international?
All right, so I actually like that song, so I wanted the chorus to come before I spoke, and it actually happened. I like that song very much. So there's 10 keys here and 2 half keys. So there's 10 plus 2 halves is like 11 keys. Should be 12, but 10 are whole and 2 are half. If you know, come to the back and then come and take your keys. If you're shy of your keys, but your keys are here. All right, so it's now time for the awards. And I'm bringing onto the stage Head of Portfolio and Operations at Implementers, Lauren Isiama Yeboah. Yeah. Go small. Oh, why? Why the music?
Good evening. Are you all ready for this award ceremony? It's been a long 3 days. We have finally come to the end of our Airtad 2024 ceremony. Yes, more clap, more clap, more clap. We've all done well. Okay, so we are going to start with the GES Reps and the Center Manager Awards. So I would like to call Professor Esiadonko to come on the stage to do the presentation. The middle. Yeah. Okay, for our GES Rep Awards, can we have the scoring criteria displayed on the screen so that we can talk about, yes, great. So just as we did last year, we always grade our GS reps on 3 categories: activeness, proactiveness, and sustainability. And this is to make sure that they work hand in hand with the center managers and the students to bring all of the activities to fruition and to make sure that the lab is ultimately sustainable. And so without further ado, we go to call for the winner of the second runner-up, Best GES Rep category. Are you ready? Okay. So the winner of the second runner-up, Best GES Rep for Airtad 2024 is Lab 7, Oscar Willow Kwabena.
Osa, osa, ho. Osa, osa, ho. As my face I'm faded by the sun, 10,000 men stand high on the hill.
No, so there's a mistake, sorry. There's a mistake, oh, sorry. It's lab 10, sorry. Yes, Oscar Willow Kwabena, lab 10, winner of the Airtad 2024 second runner-up category. So he gets a plaque, a certificate, and a cash prize of 1,500 cedis.
Osa, osa, ho. Osa, osa, ho. As my face I'm faded by the sun, 10,000 men stand high on the hill. Allow silence as fiesta still. 10,000 men trample for the kill. The vultures fly, the wind is high. The warrior fights, the battle of love. The scavengers wait.
Thank you very much, Professor Siadonko. Okay, so we'd like to have Ms. Tony Dania for the first runner-up category. Okay. In the middle. All right. So the winner for the first runner-up for GES Rep Award category for Airtad 2024 goes to Lab 3.1, Charles Cabanam Ponsan.
Celebrate good times. celebrate.
So Charles also wins a plaque and a cash prize of 2,000 cities.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tony. Okay, so we now go to the winning category, and I'd like to have Mr. Jonathan Wiesner on stage to help me present that award. Okay, so the winner for the GES Rep category award for Airtad 2024 goes to, can we have a drum roll? Lab 7. Oparia the Victor. A certificate and a cash prize of 3,000 cities and a laptop.
Take me higher, see the champions, take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs that beneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game. And together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wiesner. Okay. So we go to the Center Manager Award category as well. And I'd like to have Mr. Jafet Aiku on stage to present these awards. Okay, so can we have the scoring criteria for the center managers as well? Okay, so we grade the center managers as well on activeness, proactiveness, and innovation. And these are some of the descriptions of what qualifies someone to win this award. You have to be punctual to monthly meetings that evaluate the team's ability to propose effective solutions, and be regular to the monthly meetings as well as participate. And then proactiveness, your submission of your statistics, execute initiatives towards increase in patronage, promote resource development of the program, and perform any other beneficial tasks to support the program as well. And then innovation, you are required to implement innovative measures towards improvement of the model, organize activities that harness the collaborative, innovative side of the students, introduce a platform for creativity for student activities. And so I'm going to go into the categories for the second runner-up. So for Airtad 2024, winner of the second runner-up category for the center managers, we have Lab 3.1.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me.
So our center managers win a plaque, a certificate, and a cash prize of 2,000 cedis, as well as an Asanka device. Give it up for them.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Okay, moving on to the first runner-up category. The winner for the first runner-up category for center managers at Airtad 2024 goes to Lab 8.
You're a good soldier, choosing your battle. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all.
Okay, so Lab 8 also gets a plaque, a certificate, and a cash prize of 3,000 cedis and an Asanka device for each of the center managers.
This time for Africa. Listen to your God, this is our motto. Your time to shine, don't wait in line, y vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go on and feed them, this is your moment, no hesitation. Today's your day, feel it. You pave the way, believe it. If you get down, get up, oh, oh. When you get down, get up, hey, hey. Tamina, mina, sangalewa. This time for Africa. Tamina, mina, hey, hey. Waka, waka, hey, hey. Tamina, mina, sangalewa. Anawa, Tamina, mina, hey, hey. Waka, waka, hey, hey. Tamina, mina, sangalewa. This time for Africa.
So we go to the winning category. Are you ready for the winner? Are you ready for the winner? Okay. The winner for Airtad 2024 Best Center Manager goes to Lab 6.
Feel the magic in the air. I love it in my own air. Ale, ale, ale. Feel the magic in the air. I love it in my own air. Ale, ale, ale.
Feel the magic in the
So Lab 6 also gets a plaque, a certificate, a cash prize of 5,000 cedis, an Asanka device, and 2 laptops.
kule bobo. Nous on vient nous mambo. Mon ami si tu as le niveau. Rejoins-nous pour t'enjailler. On t'invite à la magie. Y'a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis. Et viens faire la folie. On t'invite à la magie. Y'a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis. Oh, 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 oh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dapetaiku. Okay, so we are moving on to the most innovative product for Airtad 2024. I'd like to have Dr. Aaron Alisani on stage to help me with the second runner-up presentation. Okay, so I'd like to call the judges for the exhibition session, the lead judge to come on stage and talk about the scoring before we award.
Okay, so for the innovation challenge, they were scored on these criteria: problem solving, creativity, and originality. So let me start and mention the marks, okay? Problem solving was out of 20 marks. Creativity and originality, that was also out of 20 marks. Alignment with sustainable development goals was also 10 marks. Impact and social relevance was also 10 marks. Economic viability was also 10 marks. Inclusivity was also 10 marks. Then their practical demonstration, them being able to demonstrate what they've done, it worked, then we give them the 4 marks. So the total marks was 100.
All right, so we're going to call the winner of the second runner-up for most innovative products for Airtad 2024. The winner of the second runner-up of the most innovative category goes to Lab 12. Also gets an award plaque and a cash prize of 4,000 cedis.
You keep pushing me aside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. But after all is said and done, you're gonna be the only one. Oh, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now.
much, Dr. Alessandri, for the presentation. Okay, so we're moving on to the first runner-up, and I'd like to call Dr. Lucy Ejapon on stage to help us with the presentation. Okay, so the first runner-up category, the winner for the first runner-up for most innovative product at Airtad 2024 goes to Lab 11.
Okay, one. Ojaye! Ojaye!
So Lab 11 also wins an award plaque, a certificate, and a cash prize of 6,000 cedis. Thank you very much, Dr. Japan. So I'd like to have Professor Kaufman on stage to help us with the winning category presentation. Are you ready for the winner? Are you ready for the winner? Are you sure? I don't hear the excitement enough. Are you ready? Okay. So the winner for the most innovative product at Airtad 2024 goes to, can we have some drum roll? Lab 8 from the Western region.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Up, down, up, down. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
That's the one in the building. Bow down my head, say bye.
Madam Bonessa, no see say, I'm a chapo waka, Sikatu Sadua, Echo, never, one of them say, you, and tell me, baby, them go bow down my head.
Thank you very much, Professor Kaufman. Okay, as we move on, we would like to present a very surprise category for Airtad 2024. This category is called the Most Sustainable Lab. And the reason for this categorization is that we want to recognize all your efforts in making sure that you're trying to sustain your lab by various activities of raising funds, organizing initiatives across your communities to make sure that people know about the lab and all of that. We appreciate all of that. And so for that criteria, we are looking at the ability for the labs to run independently for their labs through external collaborations and sponsorships, also ability to be raising funds for their project work, and then pursuing and coming out with new ways for sustainability. And so we have 3 winners for that category as well. And so I would like to call Ms. Evelyn Japon, our quiz mistress, to help us with the second runner-up presentation. Okay, so the winner for the second runner-up category of the Most Sustainable Lab goes to Lab 11 from Seshi Jaboso.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me.
They get a cash prize of 1,500 cedis for the lab and an award certificate.
Let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
We sure. We sure. Can you hear this song? If you hear this song, get your kicks on. No time, my brother, we gone. You know, me a grow no more. We no feel waste time for no pagan brothers. No more. They will see we for countryside.
Thank you very much, Mr. Japon, for that presentation. I'd like to call upon Dr. Deborah Rose to help us with the first runner-up category. Okay, so the winner for the first runner-up Most Sustainable Lab category goes to Lab 7. They also get a cash prize of 2,000 cedis for the lab and a certificate.
Party me and do it well proper. Me no look nobody face, no papa. Clean and up Strap up on my waist, leg and kappa. Man, a ragamuffin, not a rapper. Check my settings, can't find no iOS. My ratings stronger than SOS. Girl, I fly over for the same old flex. And a data make a next man vex. Cause me do me work. Clean up all the dirt. I no chicken, I no church. Just so do me work. People, when the sun boy drop it, whole place shot like a rocket. People, make the bad man clap it. Watch the girl, them a twerk it. People, when the sun boy drop it, whole place shot like a rocket. People, make the bad man clap it. Watch the girl, them twerk it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Deborah Rose, for the presentation. I'd like to call Mr. Japhet Aiku to help us with the winner category. Okay, so the winner for the most sustainable lab for Airtad 2024 goes to Lab 8 from the Western region. They also get a cash prize of 3,000 cedis for the lab. Thank you very much, Mr. Japhet Aiku. Okay. All right, so we're moving on to the highlights of this event, which is the competitions. For the first time, we invited three other senior high schools in Ghana to participate in the Airtad competition, the senior high school level. We had various schools, Ebri Girls, Laboni, Achimota, Presec, Odogono, join us. And out of that, we have our winners. And so I'd like to call Mr. Jonathan Wiesner on stage to help with the presentation of all the winners. Okay. So we're moving on to the second runner-up for Airtad 2024 Senior High School Competition. And the winner is Ebri Girls.
cash prize of 1,000 cedis, and then an educational fund to be split across the team of 10,000 cedis. They also get a medal, a bronze medal. Can we have the other two members of the team come on stage as well for their bronze medal? Let's give it up for them. Okay, so we go to the first runner-up category. And the winner for the first runner-up category for the senior high school competition goes to Laboni Senior High. Can we have all 4 students participating come on stage for their medals as well? They get a trainer's cash prize of 2,000 cedis and an educational fund split across the 4 of 12,000 cedis.
Hello, Monica.
And a silver medal.
Come over. We could chop love and tuna. I want you here, don't send me your tuna. I don't mind that Uber driver. I go fit by that Uber. Oh my God, pardon me money. Let me your baby, and I go make you my lady all night long. Pardon me money. Make me your baby, and I go make you my lady all night long.
They get a cash prize of 12,000 cedis. Thank you. Okay, now we go to the ultimate winner. DJ, can you give us some music for the winner? Okay, so the winner, the ultimate winner of the senior high school competition for Airtad 2024 goes to Yamoransa Model Lab, Gambia.
La Côte d'Ivoire, inspirante d'hospitalité, reçoit l'Afrique. Jour de fête. C'est quoi? Et où ça va?
Can we have the stars displayed on screen? So they get a trainer's cash prize of 3,000 cedis, an educational fund of 15,000 cedis, 4 laptops, gold medals, and the ultimate trophy.
l'oseille, hein, à lui seulement.
Qui ça balèze? Coup du matos. Descends, coup du matos. Descends, coup du matos. Coup du matos, c'est coup du matos.
Tu fais ça pourquoi? Y'a un coup de pied là, hommage à toi, président Big Saga.
Venez danser. La cativale sur l'Afrique, ça va chauffer.
Y'a aussi le père.
On fait champion d'envoler. Ici c'est la zone de Garonne. Lui qui négocie les barres. Regardez comment on maîtrise le vrai. Tous les corps sont levés. Africains, on est les tiens. On est toujours debout, on est jamais fiers.
Maguitola de Los Angeles, ça.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to.
Let's give it up for them. Congratulations, Team Gambia. Okay, so we're moving on to the basic school category. And I'd like to have Dr. Deborah Rose on stage to help us with the presentation for the basic school category. Okay, So we're moving on to the winner for the second runner-up category for the basic school competition. And the winner goes to Lab 2.
Ye fiti abadom be capital town e chini chini benko kumasito be koti. Ye fiti abadom be capital town e chini chini benko kumasito be koti. Congress.
And they get an educational fund of 7,000 cedis and a trainer's cash prize of 1,000 cedis and bronze medals. Let's give it up for Lab 2.
Hello, with everybody for you. I did your shake bello. What is up on bello? Deliver like I get bello. Them say I did go sell out. Them say I did go sell out. Let's go to Fortuna. I gon' make you your dada. Say you get the power. Sweetie passy, I'm a like to Shiji Kagawa. This to Christy Lobawa. But them falling yakata. You know I see Sabi girl they do. Sabi, oh, Sabi, oh, Sabi, only reason why them they call me alone. While you beefing, I'm still leading, kill anything. I know fitness, you know go fit in my shoes.
Okay, so we're moving on to the first runner-up category for the basic school competition. And the winner for this category goes to Lab 5 from the Eastern region.
Another one. What else? Yeah. It's a beautiful brand new day. My sending your couple on WhatsApp, we really go very reply Tuesdays. Me that's what think with my mean word, yeah, that be the taste of grace. I see me so below na me no more better than any ace of spades. She ran around for create some space, cause it gets some weight. But I'm a winning things. I'm a movie says you can buy with some more than a yak, I'm a mountain.
So they also get an educational fund of 9,000 cedis, a trainer's cash prize of 2,000 cedis, and silver medals.
You know I used to put the blame on God. Now me mommy Tom Force, but still I me pray Tom Ford. I feel that me when you no for try comport. Cause my damn for when you that be, ne mammy never papa will be and never turn jobs. Oh yeah, dear my chain never ports. Make I the J more actually go up and so. Bumping in the so can send me. So when you father said it be a horn and so there's a many are buying it when you. That's a doom shot buy and I'm a kaya. Inflation crash on the boss of in the end, that's a meta can name and because you free there. Enemy to Chamamo, more family born in Chairman, and enemy to Chamamo, more family born in Chairman, and enemy to Chamamo, more family born in Chairman, and
everybody, give glory. Yes, to a winner, me a mini nanny. I don't want me, see your baby, it's the other baby.
Let's give it up for Lab 2.
I give you praise, oh, bro.
Okay, so we go to the ultimate winner for this category of the basic school competitions. Are you ready for the winner? Are you ready for the winner? The winner for the basic school category at Airtad 2024 goes to Lab 7 Oti region. Can we have the scores displayed on screen?
Brand new be kasa. Miss you about who no Vaseline sa. Kama fight
So they get an educational fund of 12,000 cities, trainers fund of 3,000 cities, 4 Samsung Galaxy tablets, a gold medal, and the trophy.
Babylon can run, we had tower bone with the Gucci handbag, so I know what the phone would come into then. I would not put up on my Betty, a Tomelametry, before I wrote to John Watch, or Ubesi, peace out, Bessie, a fan young Bessie, a bad Bob and one near to what the sheep.
Baby, make you know that talk chow. Hope say that you go drop me your number, but I know the feed they show the pop by the wonder. Hey, now your back a boom boom, you the conquer. Look, see, I know the gets no younger, so I they want friendship will be longer. With me today, tomorrow I will be stronger. Girl, I they want chop, you be my hunger. I see if I'm playing with you, but the words I'm saying is true. Woman, I know they tell no lie. Way I know they play, my love is for two. I'll be you, go be my girl. Way I will surely take you there. How you the rock my world? That they make, that they ask you say no. You go be my girl. Way I will surely take you there. How you the rock my world? That they make, that they ask you say no. Allow me to kiss your hand. Be your man, no I understand.
Yeah, pull up my on my bento. I don't tell you time, make we do like extra cool. Oh, and we go back to the time when this love is better. You know I love you, but I'm always on the road. Can't lie, you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too. And I carry shoulder down for you, just wanna be me back. I don't make my spine loose. I don't make my spine loose. I don't carry shoulder down for you, just wanna be me back. I know I like. You ringing to no one come out for my head. No one come out for my head. I'm a life. Never seen a girl so fine like in my life. I must confess. Baby, look up, oh yeah, family, no, so that's me anyhow, mama. So that's me anyhow, my darling. I know you know easy to understand me. You know I love you, but I'm always on the road. Can't lie, you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too. And I carry shoulder down for you, just wanna be me back. I don't make my spine loose. I don't make my spine loose. I don't carry shoulder down for you, just wanna be me back.
Congratulations to the ultimate winners, lap 7.
Alright. You know, say money no be problem. On is on the block. Alright, I'm back again. You know what time it is. Straight up. Alright, what's up? Listen. I bought him another game, I'm missing my Michelle, she been on the throat, so winking up. I'm going to kill me, young Bimbuna, and with some reason, as a real day, you man, oh, I bought, what did I dear preach, man, what a time, for him, you wouldn't let him, then my papa, dear, never pass to Grapoma, and yes, I will let you home, it will be a summer. I shall win up about the young Gong, just some pipe, perfume rice, one genoa, but my Bubuano, mini bin to Mamma, one on the Jamaica, hey, Billy Patakwa.
Congratulations.
When I'm over near my papa, I was saying, I'm out of Yapa, as long to be a man, second in the Yamia, but the hope I came out of 5.
Okay, so at this point, I'd like to call Dr. Deborah Rose to give her closing remarks. Let's give it up for her.
Good afternoon. In giving my closing thoughts, I first wish to review the favorite words of each of my Yamoransa model partners. For my brother Japhet, and he and Grace are the founders of the LNA Memorial Academy, which is Yamoransa Model Lab 2. For my brother Japhet, that word is breakfast. As in, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. For Kafui, that word is impact. The goal of the Asanka device, the EduLab Gold Computer Learning Lab, and even this Airtad 24 roundtable discussion and competition are all designed to have an impact on the education of 9th grade students in Ghana and senior high school students in the Gambia. For my brother Jonathan, the operative word is partnerships with both local and international organizations. It includes existing partnerships, such as those who have co-sponsored this conference, and those whom we have met here, such as the AI presentations we just had, who we look forward to working with in the future. But when all is said and done, what stands out most for me and my colleagues, which includes Kofi Boateng, we were both at Yale together in Jonathan Edwards College. What stands out for us is you, the students. All those electronic devices did not invent themselves. You did. It is your robots, your solar-powered irrigation systems, your solar-powered lighting systems that have impressed us. So, what do I value most? I believe in HI, human intelligence, over AI, artificial intelligence, any day. It is more creative and is more likely to adapt to new situations in ways that a computer program cannot. Same time next year, I wish to continue to see real students at Airtad 25, not robots. Now, several generations back in my family, my Uncle Al was with a group of tradesmen in the presence of the king in England, and nobody dared say a thing. And a toast was needed. And my family, we were brought up giving toasts around every dinner table. So little Al, Bernstein stood up and gave a toast to the King of England. So at the risk of spending a little bit longer, I wrote out some essential things that were my reaction to the interesting presentations we had on AI. Number one, we must have human oversight. Number two, policies that maybe AI has suggested must be reviewed by an ethics oversight committee. Three, all implementation of concepts developed with the guidance of AI must undergo extensive human usability testing. Now, I was at MIT in the audience, but they realized I should have been on the panel. These steps are like the ones at MIT. Those are not the right proportions of rise over run. The ones over there are. Somebody, the next time we're in this auditorium, I'd like to see these steps redone properly. Thank you. If the US Census Bureau can do usability testing on questions for the census, why can't we? So, this is just a personal recommendation. Stay away from anything created by Elon Musk. He's a nutcase. He does not follow any of these precepts. So, don't invest in Bitcoin, don't drive a Tesla, or if you do, certainly don't put it on autopilot. Something as simple as not considering perpendicular and parallel crossings. I mean, what thinking human being would have left that out? Also, Kofi Boateng knows whereof I speak, the infamous Stanley Milgram experiments in psychology that were inspired by the cruelty of Nazi Germany were carried out in the basement where there were one-way mirrors of Lindsley Chittenden Hall at Yale University. Now, I carried out interpersonal spacing experiments that were much more benign. On the first floor, in the main lecture hall, it is graced by an incredible stained and leaded glass windows by one of my heroes, Louis Comfort Tiffany. He actually made special glass to look like the paperbark birch, and then used that, and made other glass to look like water. And he had Greek goddesses of wisdom, beauty, and all of that. So, talk about STEAM triumphing over improperly implemented STEM. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rose. We now have Executive Director of Helping Africa Foundation, Mr. Japhet Ayiko, for his remarks. You're welcome.
Thank you. This has been a wonderful day. It is so appropriate that, for me anyway, that Bogoso should come up winners in so many of these categories, because I spent 10 years of my formative life in a village not too far from Bogoso. It's called Hiawa. And Eddie tasked him to go there to see how the village looks like. We had one primary school, a Catholic school that everybody went to, and he took some pictures and sent them to me, and it sort of brought me a lot of memories of my childhood, what we didn't have. And so I'm sort of very happy that I'm involved in a process to bring good education with good facilities to all of you young people. So I'm inspired. I'm also sorry that some of you didn't win any prize, but that is life. And you have to sort of get up, that's yourself, and then move on and hope that you do better the next time. And for that, in my school, as I have said to a lot of people, there's a very famous poem that I learned a long time ago by Longfellow. It's called The Psalm of Life. I may stumble a little bit. If I do, you forgive me. But it's such an inspirational poem that I'd like all of you, the students, to try to learn or read about it. The Psalm of Life. Tell me not in mournful numbers that life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real. Life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Thus thou art to dust returnest was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destined end or ways, but to act that each tomorrow finds us further than today. Heart is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the broad field of battle and the bivouac of life, be not like dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. The life of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and in departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps a fallen or shipwrecked brother seeing shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing with a heart for any fate. Still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. Thank you all, and get home safely. And we'll see you again next year, a little older, a little wiser, and me a little grayer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ayiku. We'll now hear from the Deputy Executive Director of Helping Africa Foundation, Mr. Jonathan Wiesner.
You're welcome. So how do you follow Dr. Deborah Rose? And how do you follow I Am Chafet? And worse, and even harder, is how do you follow Longfellow? I want to congratulate all of today's winners. You did an absolutely remarkable job, and you're well deserved the prizes that you won. But I want to take a slight exception to something my boss said, and that is, you're all winners. And I want you to know, every one of you are winners because you fought hard to be here today. You fought hard over the past 3 days. You gave it your absolute best, and you come out a winner. And so I'm in awe of all of you. I'm honored to be here with you. You do a great service to your schools, to our centers, and to all of the students in Ghana. So I'm going to be very quick. I read a news story yesterday, and the news story was that after 10 years, Apple has given up on their project to create an autonomous vehicle. What astonishes me is Apple should be here, because in 20 minutes, you saw them. They created autonomous vehicles. The future is here, Apple. Come here and recruit these students, and you'll have the project that you abandoned. So, thank you all.
All right. I like the way the speeches are going, nice and short and very crisp, straight to the point. And now, for closing comments, let's welcome Chief Executive Officer of Implementers, Mr. Kafui Prebi. Kaf. Good job, Kira. Thank you.
For here. For here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm truly excited on behalf of the 56 learners that came from Ghana and Gambia. Excited about the 13 GES staff who brought the kits. Very excited about the 33 center managers who've trained these kids to come and compete. That today, we have pulled it together again, and we have the third version or edition of the annual Impact Roundtable Conference successfully completed. Please gather your hands for yourselves. And to pull this together, there were 30 young people. In the age of AI, we could say that they are all less than 80 years. And they did an amazing job to see what you've come here today. And sometimes I say that we as visionaries just mention the thoughts, but the people who make it happen are the people who really deserve the glory. And so for the 30 young implementing team members, please come together, come forward. We would like to know you. We would like to reward you. We would like to appreciate you for wherever you are. Once you're in the red t-shirt, please come and let's give you a round of applause. Please, all implementing team members. It took them some 4 to 6 months. Wherever you are, please come. 4 to 6 months of dedicated planning. I can tell you, they actually saw not less than 10 locations for this. And probably sometimes my requests are a little too high, but it pulls them to do the right things. And today we are at a center that we're proud of 3 years, having come from somewhere very humble. Please come. These are the gallant men and women, each of them above 80 years, as you can see. Yes, there are a lot of them who are single. So please shake my hand. I appreciate you. You shake me and then you go and stand there, please. Please shake me. Tell us how proud I am of you to pull this together. Thank you. Thank you. So under the leadership of Lauren, and Lauren has worked with me together for the past 5+ years. She's our oldest staff on this team. So Lauren, congratulations for leading such a gallant team. She bought into the vision and we worked together, and today we're a growing institution. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you, that without you, this would not have happened. Thank you so much for your dedication. And you're changing the world one step at a time. Thank you again. Please take your seats. Yes, everyone here appreciates you. Thank you. Thank you. Having said that, this was truly an amazing experience for all of us, especially because this whole event was underwritten by one organization. In some cases, when I've seen such events, they are underwritten not less than 3 organizations, but there's one that believed in our vision and the thoughts we had for the children of the world. And they said, yes, why not? This is not what we started with, but if you've created Airtad, we will support you. And that single organization is no other else than the Helping Africa Foundation. Please do it for them, please. And I would be grateful if you can stand up, and then we acknowledge the president, the deputy, and the executive director, the 3 of them. Single-handedly, they've underwritten this event, from the meals, to the venue, to the t-shirts, to the cameras, to everything else you can think about logistics. Without them, we cannot do this. So let's do it together for them. Let's appreciate them. They made it happen. They made it happen. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Nana Abenanyansuma the first, or Doctor, because she has also a doctorate, and she has another one conferred on her by virtue of her good work by the University of Cape Coast last year. It was a great celebration. So she has 2 doctorates, so she's Dr. Deborah Rose. We've had great speeches, we had great contests, And all this was put together also by some key personalities that we do appreciate so much. And we're going to honor them. All the speakers who came to this event, we had 13 speakers in all. They really showed up to support us. And the speakers, we really are proud of you, the quiz mistress, Toyin, Prof. Kaufman, Dr. Lucia Japong, Evelyn Japong, Prof. Esiadonko, Mr. Samuel Ochre, Ellen, the wife of our of our executive director. She's beautiful. She's so nice to me when I'm in the US, takes me shopping and everything else. So she's awesome. She's a mother and a sister to me. Dr. Kofi Boateng, Grace, Ophelia, Honorable Comfort from Yamoransa, and all the people, the Ochre family. We really appreciate you. And you have made this happen. And that without your support and our stakeholders, we could not have gotten this far. We do have a little token to say a big thank you to our speakers and partners. And in no special order, we would invite you to come. So, like I said, in no special order, we would call Prof. Kaufman. She is a patron of this whole Airtad competition. We bother her a lot, even though she's so busy. We do bother her a lot, Prof. Kaufman. To be followed closely will be Toyin.
Got me feeling like a unicorn. Wow. Animal, I be the soda. Fresh Benedict girl, be like she from Volta. She said, make I take
And we have Miss Tony Dania to come up for her souvenir.
I was blind, now you make I see the future. Baby, take a picture. Make I put on Insta, put on Twitter. Make I show the definition of a diva. Wow.
Dr. Lucy Ajapon. Dr. Lucy Ajapon. Miss Evelyn Ajapon. Professor Isiadoko. Mr. Samuel Ochre.
Baby girl, you deserve a standing ovation. It's in the baby, I go.
Dr. Kofi Boateng. Miss Grace Esiam.
You know you got the juice, you got the fire. Cause one man's meat is another man's poison. To all the people,
Ophelia Morgan. Mrs. Awo Ochre. Honorable Comfort, Gabra, and Mr. Gabra.
I go fight for your love. I go go all for your love. I go give up on my girls for your love. Yes, Lord.
Mrs. Ellen Ayiku.
Nobody but you.
Now we have our executives of the Helping Africa Foundation, Dr. Deborah Rose, Mr. Japhet Ayiku, Mr. Jonathan Wiesner,
Anything you want, baby girl, I go do it, yeah. Them other girls, I'm bad. But see my girl, she bad. No other girl be hotter. No matter my girl. Them other girls, I'm bad. But see my girl, she bad. No other girl be hotter. No matter my girl. So me move, I'm feeling what it. Put me ting, I'm feeling what it. I say the things where they kill me, what it. Be the things she they do me, what it.
Shall we call on members from YM Lab 9 to come up on stage? YM Lab 9. You have a presentation to give to the executives of the Helping Africa Foundation.
With all due respect, I would want to invite Dr. Deborah Rose, President, Helping Africa Foundation, and Mr. Japhet, Executive Director of Helping Africa Foundation, to mount the podium for us.
Yes. Mr. Ayiku and Dr. Rose, please come. Yes, please.
In fact, the executive of Lab 9, the management, the implementer, the Nanom Education Director, the Chief Executive Officer, are very pleased for your role in playing in helping our children to learn through innovative ways and also using technological ways in doing new things in this new era. And on behalf of them, we are so much grateful and we appreciate whatever we are doing. So we are giving this to you as an appreciation for the work being done. Yes, it's a pencil drawing, very beautiful one, to be donated to you. Thank you so much. And Mr. Iku, yes, a pencil drawing from Lab 9 Management. Thank you so much.
Both so young. Please show it to them. Show it to everybody. Show it to everybody.
Thank you so much for coming.
So, we're still sharing. Now, during this process today, there is a gentleman who is extremely great at drawing people with pencils and also with pen. And we did invite this gentleman to come here, and whilst our executives were seated, we'd had him secretly draw them. Real time, I'm talking now, real time. And this gentleman is talented, and each one of them he did in less than 30 minutes. He just sat here and he watched you, but you didn't know he was looking at you, but he was drawing you clearly. And so we have 3 beautiful portraits that we want the executives of the Helping Africa Foundation to put on their desk, and it's made up work that is made today, here, and now. It was made today, here, and now. That's the power of HI. The power of HI. The power of HI. Okay. In the coming year, we're really looking forward to working closely with Academic City College. And yesterday, and IoT partners, they're really here to support us through the effort. We did say last year that in my little contribution on my birthday, I support a couple of orphans and needy children. And you did see yesterday that I got a little, citation. And when I went to him and I read the citation, it was because through the work that I do and the passion I have, I was able to pay for the fees of one boy. And that boy ended up in DTI. And he is the person, and that's the reason they gave me a citation yesterday. And I'm very proud to be the person to support him. It's from Pekia Vitile. When the team came to me that we needed to support him, I said, why not? And I was very happy to do that. So IoT will look forward to our growing relationship with you. And potentially Academic City College, if we do find needy but brilliant children amongst us, we would encourage them, we will support them to come to your school. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is what we want. I can boldly say that in the coming year, by Airtad 2025, our target is to make sure that the winners of these competitions, or some selected students who do extremely well, will have international exposure. That's our dream. We want to make this better every year So we're calling on partners who want to support with academic opportunities, that we would like our children to have the international exposure and also so they can compete globally. So we will work hard that our team will find the opportunity to have an international exposure and opportunity for our kids. This platform is to measure impact, and therefore we want to continuously measure the impact. On behalf of my team, on behalf of the funders, the partners, I wish to officially, we're going to shout, and we're all going to stand to officially declare the end of Airtad 2024. Are you with me? Let me see everybody up, everybody up, everybody up. And after we shout, you shout the loudest, and you hug 10 people and say, see you next year. Are we ready? Are we ready? The loudest shout will get $100. Let's do it. Yeah!
Wake up, bonito cala, cala como yellow, don't walk, you don't try. You supposed to be jai. Kill up, come, you come, person, my town, person, we don't mind. But when I land softly on the sofa floor. So far, so good, Connie Bajo, let me see you. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo. Let me see you, the buga. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo, buga. Let me see you, the buga. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo, buga. Let me see you, the buga. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo. Let me see you, the buga. Better, go get the dollar. Wake up. Cara con huye la botila. Don't walk, don't try. Supposed to be high. Kilo con uno chef water. You see when I'm mad. When I land softly on a sofa floor. So far, so good. Connie Bajo, let me see you. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo. Let me see you, Eva. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo. Let me see you, Eva. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo. Let me see you, Eva. Oh, lo, let me see you. Oh, lo. Let me see you. Let me see you. You don't try. You're supposed to be fine. Beat me on the bed. Say you don't walk, you don't try. You're supposed to be fine.
Si bonsoir femme arewo mo de dame osi bo fi go kwa pa ya me de dame osi se mi una mi nyebi ni na mi baby e ke kame you are the Bye my Brenda na manze onga jamenda baby I'm semenya e friend who di benedicta no di mama tree mama denda na o fe Jerusalem When I have a time with you, I'm with your friend too. When I make go right for you, so the idea I go down for you. Girl, you're my mind, when you do the eminado. When I fuck with you very bad, but you miss the Ghana, come alive.
Say no man about woman, I'm a dreamy one, don't you bother. Say the wow, I would have down, they could be a buy man.
Typical lady, be me no done dada. And I do it there, mama who's happy, who's me soap and me won't bada.
Buy my brenda, no man say on that Jamenda. Baby, I'm Zemenda, yeah, friend who the Benedicta. Only woman tree, mammy denda. Now one friend, Jerusalem. Son of a missy and you. Ah, so young gonna go school. Don't you buy some in a found food, hello, but you say me, I go day by you. Bozy, I don't know I'm on the bozy. Drop, I get one in the book coding. You couldn't say you were born.
Remy, can't go, Yami, Kukubi, or so please.